VITEEE rankings are fake. Somehow, somewhere, someone told you this statement and it's been eating your mind. I get it. I was exactly at your spot 1 year ago. Maybe you're preparing for JEE and your preparation isn't good enough to be in the top IITs, NITs, all of that, and you want to keep VITEE as a backup option. Maybe you're preparing for NEET and you want VITEE as a backup option, or maybe from right at the beginning you wanted to go to VITEE itself. In any case, this video is exactly for you. I know you've been watching videos where people have been saying that VITEEE rankings are fake. Somehow people buy ranks and the ranks are somehow inflated. There have been examples of people who have gotten better ranks in JEE and worse ranks in VITEEE. There is somewhat of a management quota or different rumors like these. The reason I'm making this video is because I wasted a lot of time believing these rumors, and that was the time I could have spent preparing for the exam. So this is the last video you will ever need to watch regarding VITEEE rankings. First of all, who am I and why am I talking about VITEEE rankings? For those of you who don't know me, my name is VITEEE. I got an All India rank of 66 in VITEEE examinations of 2025, and I'm currently studying BTech in Computer Science with a specialization in Bioinformatics from VITEE Vellore. If you don't believe me, this is my ID card. Read the name right there. And this is actually VITEE Vellore. And if that doesn't sound convincing enough, unsubscribe, dislike, and get the hell out of here, because I'm not here to confirm your biases or your prejudices. I'm here to tell the truth, which no one could tell me online, and I had to come here to find that out. So, first of all, disclaimer, I am not being paid by VITEE to make this video, nor have I been forced to make this video. This is just a personal opinion and a personal choice, because I believe that the mistakes that I did, I should pass on my knowledge so that you all don't make that mistake again. Okay, so let's get right into it. So let me explain how VITEEE exam actually works. So there is only one standard ranking system of the entire VITEEE. But there are two modes in which you can give exams. One is MPCEA, Maths, Physics, Chemistry, English and Aptitude. The other is BPCEA, Biology, Physics, Chemistry, English and Aptitude. I went for BPCEA because I was from a PCB background. And if you give the exam by BPCEA, you can only come and register for the courses which are made for bio students, like bioinformatics, health sciences, biotechnology, biomedical engineering, all of that. If you go for MPCEA, you can go for pretty much any other course you want, like any of the courses which are there. Okay, that being said, now here comes a twist and why there is a disparity in ranks. There are 125 questions in VITEE, out of which 40 are bio or math. Okay, the math questions are exactly of the JEE mains level. For those of you who prepare for JEE mains, I know very well that you guys have a habit of doing very few questions in maths, and you are basically completely dependent on physics and chemistry. No problem with that. In JEE, in VITEEE, it becomes a problem, because for bio students like us, we are trained to do biology the first. And we are mostly very good at biology, and that is where we can outcompete you. By we, I mean biology students who are giving BPCEA, and you are the MPCEA. Because if the questions are of the same level as JEE mains and you're used to skipping those questions, and there isn't, like, you have to do 40 questions and the average time is about 1.2 minutes per question. If the difficulty level is same as JEE mains and you barely get time to do maths questions, you don't have enough practice to do those math questions fast. However, for biology students, we are trained to do 3 or 4 questions in 1 minute, because it's just theoretical. You either know it or you don't know it. If you train yourself well, it just becomes a natural reflex. You see the question, you see the options, move on. 3 to 4 questions per minute versus 1.2 minutes per question. An average biology student can answer 25 to 30 questions correctly. Okay? I'll talk about no negative marking because when I gave the exam, there was no negative marking. Now there is negative marking. I'm not sure how the results will vary this year, but I'll just talk about that. So, a biology student can answer about 25 to 30 questions correctly. Average biology student, like not the topper, not the worst, an average biology student. And an average math student can barely, I say barely, answer maybe 10, best case 20 questions. 20 questions correctly. Because in physics and chemistry, both are tied. Both are doing pretty well in that. But the difference is made in maths or biology. And for a bio student, if he has already done those 40 questions of biology in like 15 minutes, he has that mental peace that okay, now I can devote the remaining time to physics and chemistry. But for those of you who are from the math background, you have to do the chemistry part first, then you do the physics part, and then if you have time, then you go into the maths part and you barely do anything over there. I know, you can't lie. Okay. That being said, how am I so sure that that is the factor that makes the difference between ranks? Let me tell you why. I myself had a rank of 66 and I was in bioinformatics. My class of bioinformatics had people whose rank was 100 something, whose rank was 300 something, whose rank was 400 something, and like some people whose rank was 3000-ish. So mostly the ranks were like quite less as compared to the math students. However, for the math students, the best guy I met, like the best ranker, he's a friend of mine, he has a rank of 324. And I know 2 or 3 people who have better ranks than him in biology. Okay, so it's like very few biology students are giving the exam, but they're scoring very good ranks. And many math students are giving the exams, but they're scoring a bad rank. So that is where the rank inflation comes in. That is why you guys think that you might be getting a better rank in JEE but a worse rank in VITEEE, and that is what makes you think that VITEEE rankings are fake. No, they are not fake. The top ones are being occupied by biology students. Okay, so that's the reason. However, I do not say that math students do not get good ranks. Let me tell you why. There's a concept of program representative in VITEEE. What that means is that whoever gets the best rank in VITEEE from every branch, they are allotted as a program representative for that branch. I was the program representative for bioinformatics. So I had a rank of 66 and I met the program representatives of cybersecurity, BTech cybersecurity, and they had a rank of 700, 800. The friend of mine, he could have been a PR program representative, but he chose not to. He was like a rank of 324. And I kid you not, I have met a person, he was a senior, he had a VITEEE rank of 10. Yes, you heard that right, 10, not 10,000, 10. And he was from maths. Not saying that maths people don't get any ranks, don't get good ranks, but the way the system is wired, biology students have an unfair advantage, and that's what makes math students think that the game is rigged. So that was the VITEEE ranking exposed video for you. This was a purely logical explanation, no hype, no controversy, no blaming anyone. Okay, so I hope you make productive use of this information, and I'm telling you this is the truth. I've found it myself, and you can't find a better logical explanation than this. So I know you don't have a lot of time. Please, when you're done with watching this video, go ahead, get back to your preparation. I wish you all the very best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.